What's going on, guys? It's Spydr here, and I'm going to show you how to build my survival house, which is also the house that I use in several of my animations. I'll do a quick little tour. Well, this is not the exact house. I made a replica of it in creative mode, and just to practice the tutorial. So, this is what the interior looks like. This is what the end product will look like. And over on the screen, that's where we're going to be building, actually, over here. And right now I'm going to show on the screen what materials you will need, because that is something that a lot of tutorials do not do. And that's very frustrating for me, because I got to figure it out on my own. Like, gather the materials in survival while I'm also building it is just chaos. So this is the list of what you need. Feel free to pause at any time. Alright, let's dive right in. So first, you want to have an area of about 7 by 11 spaced out for the base of the house, and then as you can see, there's some columns on there, so that's going to be about at the corners of a 9 by 13 rectangle. So you want to make sure you have at least that much space plotted out. You can always do some terraforming if it's not on super flat like this is. And yeah, so let's begin. Okay, so first you want to take your stone bricks here and just go all the way around the 7 by 11 rectangle. This is going to be the quote-unquote foundation for the house. On my survival world, you could tell that I use cobblestone, but for the sake of this tutorial, I think stone bricks look better, and since I'm in creative, I can use whatever I want. So I'm going to use stone bricks. You can obviously use cobblestone or even just regular stone like that if you want to. So yeah, we have first our ring of stone there. And then we're actually going to want to put the floor in next. And I used polished granite. You can obviously use whatever you want. So you don't want to fill in the whole thing, because I do have a basement in my house. You don't have to, but I use the basement as a storage room, which is very beneficial in Minecraft because you gather a lot of things and your chests tend to fill up quickly. I leave a 1 by 5 area so I can put a staircase in later. I really need to kill all these mobs off. Let's do that real quick. Frick, that killed me too. Okay, so we have our floor put in, and actually one thing I forgot about was these stone steps, and you want to make sure they go in a little number like that. And so there's 3. That's where the door is going to go eventually, but for now we're going to ignore the door. Then we want to do a ring all the way around with these planks that go right above, and again, leave space for the door there. We'll get to that eventually. Then up next, we want to make the next round of these things. And actually, first up, I'm going to do 2, leave room for the door, do 3 for each corner like that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And this part's weird. You want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then actually right there I have a set of oak stairs that I use to kind of like add a little detail, make it look a little more rustic. It'll look a lot better once the whole thing comes together for real. Yeah, and then I do another ring around all the way with these wooden planks. And you don't want to do above the door, because we're going to actually put our oak stairs right there as well. Well, no, we're going to put our oak stairs like that. I'm sorry. But yeah, congratulations. We have the main floor basically finished. Next, before we continue, I want to actually move on to the basement of the house. And so here I actually use these stone brick stairs, and we'll get rid of some of that wool later. You don't have to use wool, of course. I'm just using it so you guys can see the guideline. Well, so you could see the guideline. Yeah, let's just get rid of that right now while we're thinking of it. Eventually you'll fill the whole place down here with stone bricks. You'll fill the whole wall with it, but we're gonna ignore that right now because we want to clear out the basement. And actually I am going to just do this in fast motion. Make sure when you do this though, like, the wool does help per se for this bit. That way you do not accidentally make a basement too wide. Obviously that's up to you. I'm a little more picky about that kind of thing. But yeah, so real quick, I'm going to tear out the rest of this basement while you guys watch. And if you want your basement to be in line with the rest of the house, you can obviously just look out for the floor up there, which is why we did the floor earlier. And I forgot to mention that you can also do different floors too. Like, I really just want to see how you guys interpret the house and what you guys end up doing with it. See your own creative twists. Please, like, don't do it just like mine. I'd love to see, like, what you guys come up with and see the differences. Maybe make a little tour video and tag me in it on YouTube or even TikTok, because that's where I am most of the time. Yeah, the rest of this I'm just gonna fast forward through. Ooh, thunderstorm. Alright, so in the basement I like to have one color. It just helps things to look nice. You could use whatever this one's called, I forget, but I prefer to use stone. It has like a nice cement look to it, you know? Looks like a real basement. And then that part I will put my stone bricks there. We'll leave that empty for now. We'll come back to that in a minute. And the entire walls of the basement, so where you see like the quote-unquote foundation up there, you put your wall right below it. And obviously you can be creative and make a basement like longer than the house. Like, that is fine by me. You do what you do. I'm just showing you the basics of how I do my house. And this isn't what I do every time. This is just the one that I use for my TikToks when I'm not using PewDiePie's Broland. Alright, that's done and done. So, also another thing I do in the basement, since I'm using it as a storage room, to make it look nice, I use some spruce logs to like act as kind of dividers or as like support beams, I guess. I'll put chests here. I'll put chests in it eventually. You'll see that probably towards the end. We'll come back to that in a minute. And then now we come to the next part where we begin to venture upstairs. So I'm gonna go ahead and build my staircase here. And that's the last one because our floor is gonna be right there. And actually for this one, we can go all the way around. Leave about, I'd say probably, yeah, 1x4, putting the stairs there for the floor. But you could fill in the whole thing, fill in the edges here too, like I'm doing. That kind of helps things a little bit. Alright, so we have the foundation for our second floor, and now we're actually going to come down and start working on those pillars there. So, we're down here. We go up by 6. Yeah, 6 is right, I believe. So you want to do, on those magenta wool, like I'm doing, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, and then I'm going to go across right here actually, go across all the way around. And yeah, so we just go across all the way around with these logs and just do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and put a door on our house while I'm thinking of it. I put oak as my door. You can too if you want. And now we're coming back down here. I put an oak door there. I'm not going to go into the details of it, but in my survival world, I go through that door. There's a little like empty spot I mined out, and I just vein mine from there. Yes, we have our doors in place, and we are now going to work on the walls of the upstairs. So first we want to do this. Our walls are only going to be made of oak on this side and this side here, as you can see. So you want to do 3 rows of 7, and then 2 rows of 5 on top of that, 2 rows of 3 on top of that, and then I believe that might just be 1, but I'm going to go verify to make sure because I don't want to, yeah, it is just 1. So we do that on one side. You do the same thing on the other. You do your 3 rows of 7, and your 2 rows of 5. Man, I can't place any blocks right. I should not be doing this tutorial. 2 rows of 3 and then 1 block of 1. So you have your beginning wall right there. This part's going to be a little trickier, and obviously if you're in survival, this is going to be a little more difficult. It was for me too. Don't get discouraged, or you should not get discouraged because these kind of things are hard. So we're going to start on the roof actually, and right now I'm going to show a little graphic on the screen. These are the different kinds of roofs in Minecraft that are actually good for builds. This is not my graphic. Yeah, I just found this one. I think it's cool. But yeah, it's a graphic about the roof angles. I'm using the Gambrel for this model, which you could see on the graphic. That's what we're going to be doing. I actually did a slightly different version of the Gambrel because my house was too wide for the one on the graphic, so I made a slightly different version of it. And that's kind of the thing with tutorials, like really you should be making it like your own, and just like see how they do it, but provide your own twist on it, like change things up. Like this house, I actually all I took inspiration from was the Gambrel, and everything else I just came up with on my own. And you obviously, some people don't really build well, and that's fine. They can copy tutorials if they want. I like to put a little twist on things always. Actually, you know what I realized? It'd probably be easier if you put these spruce planks down first, especially if you're in survival, and then putting the stairs down. That's my bad. I'm sorry. I did not mean to mislead any of you in that. So we're going to put that next, and fitting because we're actually going to be, according to the Gambrel design, we're going to be doing more wooden planks, and we do that on both sides, but for now I'm just going to stick to this one so you can see how to go through it. We put the stairs on top of that, and obviously if you ever get lost, just pause the video and go back. I'm obviously going at a pace for creative, but most of you are probably in survival. I hope you're in survival because that provides a little more challenge. That's how I originally made this design. Okay, built it in survival, and then I rebuilt it in creative for the sake of this tutorial. Obviously, because the original house, as you can see on here, is surrounded by hills and mountains and a village. But yeah, so this one is obviously different because we're on a super flat. I'm in creative. My other world is on survival. So we're going to keep going with this. And after the plank, we're going to do some more stairs. My gosh. Y'all, I am not good at Minecraft today. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm not good at Minecraft today. And then we do yet more planks. This is always the tricky part in survival, the upside down stairs on the roof, especially because this is like, what, probably like 10 blocks off the ground. You could always use the water bucket trick, or just do the old not that. Build your way up to that. Creative, you could just fly, but survival is where it gets challenging, and that honestly brings more satisfaction than building it in creative. And obviously, there are some differences between that house over there and mine in creative. I used more of like these things in my survival world. Actually, let's go ahead and put another one right there, so that matches with my survival world. I have more of these on the walls up here. I have them on the floors here. And in my survival world, I don't have those bushes. I don't have stone bricks. I used cobblestone instead. But in creative, it gives you more options. But honestly, in my opinion, survival is more satisfying, because you did a lot more. You put a lot more work into it than you would have in creative. But yeah, so you have these. Sorry, my nose is running a little bit today. But yeah, so you have your roof here, and this part's a little, well, it's not tricky. You just put a slab there, and then you put another slab there. I like to do slabs all the way across here, and then more slabs there, same as the other side, and then you do some more slabs on the top. And yeah, so that's one half of the roof. And I'm going to do the other side in fast motion. If you need to see it again, just go ahead and look at the other side. It's identical. It's just on the other side of the house, really. So yeah, that is that. Alright, so our roof is done. We don't really need that anymore. Alright, so this upstairs part is Creeper. What are you doing in my house, boy? Die. Freaking creepers. Yes! Monster Hunter. I didn't know you got achievements in creative. I'm stupid. Oh well, let's go ahead and light this place up just so we can see a little better. Not all of these torches are going to end up staying, but we need to see. Seeing is important. Those torches do stay, at least on my design. But yeah, now that we've got the exterior done, we are going to do the interior. Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
My mistake. Don't put that one in. Same for that one. Put them in all over except that middle block. We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, because that's actually where the bedroom wall is going to go. And obviously, you could easily just make this one big room. I personally did not, and that's okay. You do you. Oh, my bad, guys. I keep doing that for no reason. Oh well. Actually, no stairs there. I keep misleading you guys, and I feel bad for it. I am not very prepared for this, let's be real. I am one of the least prepared people ever. So one thing I like to do on the stairs there is just do that, because as you can see, that kind of looks ugly. And that looks, well, that actually doesn't look terrible. Yeah, we'll keep that for now, actually. On on my house, I have a wall going basically all across here. And then first I put some oak stairs there, and then actually no, I didn't put oak stairs there because that's in the bedroom. I keep I keep misleading you guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, so that's where our spruce slabs are gonna go, up here. The last of our spruce slabs are gonna make the floor of this attic type place. And you don't have to have an attic. I just have one in case I run out of room in my storage room, or if I want to keep something top secret up there. Well, no one plays on the world with me, so yeah. So we also want to get our spruce door, spruce things up a little bit, and then we have our ladder there. That's all done. This will be the bedroom. This will be, I use this as an enchantment room. It's not top secret, but it's fine. I don't care. I'm the only one playing on this world. Okay, so we're gonna fill these windows with glass panes, every one of them. And now we're gonna go back down here, actually, and we're gonna put in our chests now. You could, I don't know why I just didn't do this earlier in the video. You could have easily done it then. And then there's our chests. And something else I like to do for organizational purposes, if you're not rich in Minecraft, you don't have to, but I put item frames next to the chests so I know what's in each chest. And I go, like, the chest to the left of these is what has them in. So say this one right here is full of cobblestone. I'll put a cobblestone in the item frame here. Or this one, say, has, I don't know, apples. I'll put an apple there. Or foodstuffs, I guess. And same goes for each one. So this would be for that, this one would be for that, and this one would be for that, and so on. So it's like from the item frames to the right of the chest goes with that chest, basically. And in my survival world, I also have barrels lined up on the ground. There's no good way to label those. I just kind of have to guess around, really. But yeah, so that's all I've shown you how to. No, I told you guys about lanterns, so I am going to put in a couple where I put the lanterns, and that's outside, right above the inner window there. In my survival world, I also have banners on the edges too. You could do that if you want. But yeah, so that's what the banners look like on my house in survival. And yeah, so I won't decorate this one, but I will show you how I decorated this house if you want. So for bushes, I like to put podzol and oak leaves, and I did that all the way around. My survival world does not look like that. I know what you're kind of thinking. Oh, does it really matter if your base is stone brick or cobblestone, or if it even matches because the leaves covered up? Yeah, it kind of does, because you can see through the leaves. And if you really want to be rustic, you can always use the cracked or the viney, whatever stuff for the base too. You can also use some of this technique too that I use. This is basically what it looks like in my survival world. I have my 2 furnaces. I have a little kitchen counter, some flower pots. I really should put lanterns in my world, honestly. That'd be a lot better than these torches. It'd look better too. I have my crafting table and anvil over here. Little welcome mat here, as always. And this doesn't look any different. Besides, I forgot about the item frames when I was practicing. This is what my quote-unquote enchantment room looks like. In my survival world, it's just an arch over an enchantment table that I don't yet have. Or do I? I forget. Doesn't matter. All I have in survival is this, because bookshelves are really annoying to make. But in creative, I do what I want. So I did that. And this is what my bedroom looks like exactly in my survival world. Besides those 2 torches, they're not there. This is a method I like to use for desks up. It's a lectern there, some spruce trapdoors all the way around, spruce logs. Uh-oh. That should not happen. But yeah, so that's what I like to do for desks, if you want to have a desk in your house. I also have a painting that I like to put on there. Let's do that real quick, because I want to show you what that looks like. That's the painting I have in my survival world as well. The attic, I've not furnished the attic in my world or in here either, but that's fine. But yeah, so that's what the house looks like. This is what the interiors look like, and obviously you don't have to do exactly what I do. Thank you so much for watching. This is the house you just built, the final product. That's the one I showed you. This is the true final product with all the designs and stuff. Or not designs, decorations, that's what I mean. Please consider subscribing, following me on TikTok, because that's where most of my content is, and also tag me in some of your creations, whether they're based on this house or they're not, because I'm always interested in seeing new Minecraft stuff, and I'm also interested in seeing how you guys do your own thing with it. I honestly think those are cool. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please consider subscribing, and goodbye.